Speaking of old man winter, Kentuckians are starting to feel the pinch now in their wallets after that recent tough cold snap. Energy bills are coming back higher than in warmer months.
But for Kentucky Utilities customers, there's another reason too. WKYT's Madison Porter breaks down the cost.
Staying warm during the colder months comes at a price, and Kentucky Utilities customers are starting to pay it.
Well, we know the weather and how we use energy are the two main factors that impact a customer's bill.
Some customers say their energy bills nearly doubled in January. Drew Gardner with KU blames the long cold snap.
If the temperature's 15 degrees outside and you have your thermostat set at 62, you're talking about almost a 50-degree temperature difference that your HVAC system is having to make up.
Some even say they paid more compared to last January. WKYT's First Alert Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey says the temperatures weren't that different. This January averaged 28.5 degrees. Last January, 28.8.
From a meteorological perspective, January of 25 and January of 26 were about as close as you could get in terms of the numbers. They were only separated by 0.3 degrees, very similar to each other.
He says we only experienced 2 more days below freezing this January. Also this year, Kentucky Utilities implemented a rate increase. An interim rate hike of 11.5% took effect January 1st, but state regulators approved a lower fixed rate increase of 6.54% effective Monday. Because of that difference, Gardner says KU customers will get a credit for January and part of February. Gardner says KU offers tips and programs to help ease the financial burden.
We encourage our customers, to look at those programs and sign up because together they can all make a difference on their bill.
In Lexington, Madison Porter, WKYT.
Kentucky Utilities also offers payment plans for customers struggling to pay higher electricity bills all at once. Gardner suggests customers reach out for help before facing disconnection.